Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is November 30th, the last day of November. We are at the last day of November. That means tomorrow is December. It's crazy, man. Math is fucking my math on fucking point. Oh, sorry. But where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere else you can find podcast needs is where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, you can find latest updates of the show. It's on Instagram at Cruising Podcast. Also on Twitter at Nicetown Fitness. All right, yo. So this is the first day of 26 days of Crewsmas. Now I was going to say 25 days, but guess what? Guess what happened? I completely forgot that I needed to start today because I need to do the Bleach and Chainsawman review, seeing that I didn't do it last week. So 25 straight days of straight podcasting and really content needs. So I issued a challenge yesterday for people that are following me on Instagram. I was stuck at 4.99 for 4 or 5 straight days. Okay, this is what happened. I got angry. I got desperate. I ain't gonna lie. I got a little desperate. I just wanted to see the 500 on that bad boy next to my name. That's all I wanted to see. I just wanted to see a 5 and 2 zeros afterwards, just so I can just. It was like an anxiety type thing. Like it's just pissing me off. I was like, I got 490. I really can't get one. I can't get one person just to come and just follow. Just press the follow button. You know, just help a brother out. And that about maybe 10 hours later, that one finally followed the Cruising Podcast on Instagram. We got to 500, baby. We're at 500. We're there. The desperation happened because I told everyone when I get to 500, I'm going to spend 2 minutes inside of an ice bath. That might have not been the smartest idea from your boy. I'm not going to lie to you. Probably was not a great idea. I can definitely say that was definitely not wise decision by me because I hate, first of all, being cold. Secondly, I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very scared, man. I'm scared what's gonna happen mostly to my extremities, not my legs. Well, my third leg, you know what I'm saying. I'm really afraid of the third leg. But no, like yeah, I'm very nervous about this. I hate being cold. Very much more I'm nervous about that, but I'm not more nervous than what is about to happen to me. I got an update on my back injury. Finally met with a specialist. 3 months after the back injury. Um, found out some things. We're going to start on some conservative treatments. Thank God. I don't need surgery right now, which is great. That was the thing I was fearing more than anything else throughout this whole thing. Is just I might need surgery, and right now we've staved off the surgery part. But the second worst fear happens. Um, well, it's supposed to happen. It's going to happen. Any way to fix his back, I really don't give a shit. We're just gonna have to tough it out like fucking men, like a man, and just cry man tears afterwards. But right now, I'm supposed to be waiting on, I guess, approval right now, but supposed to be getting pain management. And for the pain management, they're talking about putting a epidural injection into your boy. So meaning that I'm going to be on a nice little cycle. Okay, this is just let's just be real. I'm going to get caught up like Liver King has. Woo! I mean, I will be on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be on that stuff. Maybe I get jacked like him or something like that, which would be cool. I mean, I'll be hyped. No, hey, guy. All right, here's my question. Are we really surprised that he got caught with steroids? Boy, like I listened to him on the Fighter and the Kid podcast, and he's been rich all his life. What the fuck made y'all think that the dude never had enough money in ends to get HGH and steroids? Like, why is that allegedly? I'm sorry, allegedly was exposed for taking these things. I don't ever think I've heard of him saying I'm fully natty anyway. I don't remember him ever saying that. If he has, then he's a fucking liar. And why lie about it? Who gives a shit? What sport are you playing? You just a guy that lives out in the wilderness fakely. You know what I'm saying? You fakely live out in the wilderness. You know, how do you get across the ocean? Tell me that. How you get across the ocean? Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Primitive people didn't have planes and fucking ships. You know what I'm saying? They had to build their own shit. You didn't. All right. So who gives a shit? You know, okay, cool. You eat liver. Who gives a shit? Cool. You know who else ate liver? Contestants on Fear Factor. They ate worse shit. I promise you that. Hell, I think even one of them had, some semen, that apparently got that got the show canceled. You know what I'm saying? Fair fact. Like, okay, cool. You eat liver, you eat animal organs. Who the fuck hasn't on Fair Factor for $1,000? You know what I'm saying? Cool, great job, man. You did a great job. You built the life for you, calling yourself a alpha male. Look, listen, man. Motherfuckers that call themselves alpha males are not alphas. Okay, that's just where we're at with that one. They're not truly fucking alphas. You know, stop telling people that you're be alpha. Just do it. Just be an alpha motherfucker, man. Why do you have to go around and man, I'm alpha male. I do this, that. No, you don't. Like real kings have somebody else putting on their fucking ground. Real kings have people running the streets telling the streets that this motherfucker's king around here. You don't fuck with that guy. But so I don't know why I just went on that tangent, but I did. I don't give a shit. But nah, but yeah, so we're starting on a conservative treatment right now for my back. Right now it's a herniated disc slash some degenerative disc stuff. And it's just it's life, man. And what's crazy is that the one word I kept hearing the whole entire time is "you're so young, you're young." I'm 33 years old. He said people in their mid 30s do not have this type of injury. And the thing about me is, all my life I played sports. I played sports from forever. You know what I'm saying? Like in the streets, organized, all the rest of that shit. Apparently, it really speeds up this type of injuries. So when somebody has you do repetitive shit for 50 fucking packages, yeah, something's gonna crack. You know what I mean? That was just the levy. That was the last levy that cracked my jack. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way that happens, man. It is. I'm glad I'm finding out now when I have the ends to take care of it, but it's just it's been a whirlwind of affairs. I just really just me finding out that it really just me getting an evaluation from a specialist that finally after 3 fucking months of dealing with this bullshit, another chapter in this fucking saga. This is the most weirdest injury I ever had in my life. Like I like straightforward sprained ankle. All right, I need like 2 or 3 weeks. Let me make sure I get my mobility right. Make sure that I have the confidence to jump down from somewhere or fucking step or anything like that. All right, maybe give me like 2 or 3 weeks. Back injury, this shit is fucking weird because it feels okay some days, and then other days it feels like shit. I feel like pure dog fucking doo doo, and it's just like I said, like it's really taking a toll on me kind of mentally. But at the same time, it's just like fuck it, man. I'm alive. I'm gonna keep working. I'm gonna keep working on trying to get this motherfucker straight. I don't care who gets pissed off about it. Don't really give a fuck. We're going to do this the right way. And if it's not the right way for you, you can kiss my ass. So fuck you. So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with everything right now with the back injury. Got a little bit more clarity of what type of treatment I can really expect with this thing, and that's really where I'm at. Um, so let's talk about some reviews. What? Wait, hold on. This is supposed to be the review show. I know. Hey, how about this? I was reviewing a back update. Okay, so eat it. But like I was telling y'all, today is the first day of Crewsmas. 26. I'm calling it 26 days of Crewsmas. Um, I'm thinking about watching like a holiday movie per day and then like reviewing the holiday movie. It's really going through my mind right now. Probably will do that now because it seems like a good fucking idea now. And yeah, but first I want to review the past 2 episodes of Bleach. I'm sorry, I know I didn't have Bleach Wednesday. That's on me, but today's Wednesday. Guess what? It's Bleach fucking Wednesday, but we're gonna combine it with Chainsawman Wednesday. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this fucking show. Okay, so Bleach, we finally get old man Yamamoto to start scrapping. Now, he starts to scrap. He's whooping the fucking leader's ass. I'm like, yo, this is way too easy of a fight. Like, he's beating the shit out of him. We actually kind of find out that like Kenpachi really isn't that. Well, no, not all. All the captains are really having a big struggle with the Stern Raiders. Raiders. Listen to me. I'm watching this shit in Japanese. Okay, I know it's probably the right wording for how to use it. I don't know how the fuck they use it. Okay, I gotta get back to the English shit. Okay, I'm not used to this. This is new for me. But but what's cool is seeing some past people come up. I think they just in the last episode I just watched too. I think they just teased Grimjow's back, and if Grimjow Jacker Jack is back, holy mother goose, we are motherfucking going to Sizzler. Yo, listen, they are trying to bring back everybody that was strong as shit that fought against Ichigo. That's what it seems like to me. Oh boy, that ran the fuck man, the Fullbringers, the leader, he's back. But I think what's weird about him is that he did die, but he came back. I think he died as a human. That's the problem. So he was a human. He wasn't a spirit. So that's why he didn't go to. What's weird is he didn't go to Hellverse. But I don't think he really did like the worst of the worst things to go to the Hellverse. So he's in the Soul Society, and it seems like they're bringing everyone back that could help them. I wonder if they bring back my boy from the Bound, because he was a problem too. You know what I'm saying? We already seen Aizen, and if I'm kind of excited to see if Aizen fights on the right side. I want to see if Uryu fights on the right. We haven't seen Uryu in a couple episodes, mostly because Yamamoto would, handing out some righteous ass whoopings. And then I think the weakest shit ever to me was that the leader of the Quincy's. I'm sorry, names are not good for me. The dude with mustache, and y'all know I'm not good with names. Okay, fuck you. But this is how I'm helping you. So the head of the Quincy's, he, for real, to me, he did a soft ass move. He didn't go see Yamamoto one-on-one because he knew he'd get fucking folded. So what he did was he had his underling disguise himself as him to fight Yamamoto. Now, he still had kind of a little bit of a problem with him. He still had to do his full Bankai on this dude. That was the crazy part. He wasn't strong enough to steal Yamamoto's Bankai, because Yamamoto has probably the strongest Bankai of all the spirit, all the Soul Society put together. Like he's probably still stronger than every captain by himself. Just him. And his Bankai is the sickest fucking Bankai ever. Like it's crazy how one of the motions of it is that he brings back all the dead people all the people that he killed, they come back to life and start beating up the person that he's fighting against. This shit was crazy. And by the way, all the dead people, most of the dead people that Yamamoto brought back was Quincy's that he exterminated himself. This is how strong Captain Yamamoto was. Now, to me, dude waited until he used up all his Bankai, all his spiritual pressure, until he comes back and he's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna fold you right now, old man Yama," and cuts him in half in the most gruesome fucking way possible. Yamamoto did not fucking deserve that. He folded your peoples, beat his ass in your stead, and you decided you want to fight? Now you decide you want to fight? We wanted to go down there, talk to Aizen, try to get Aizen on your side, and Aizen was like, "Fuck that, bitch." He said, "I have no, what? No." He said, "I'd rather sit here in this cell, sitting here in chains and all this swords coming out of my body before I even come close to helping the fucking Quincy." It's pretty much what he did. And what's crazy is that was the only way they could have beat Yamamoto. It's the only way they could have beat him is by tiring him out and getting the last bit of that Bankai. Now, what else is crazy? I mean, what else is kind of soft is that they don't have enough time to stay in the Soul Society. They can't fight long enough to be in the Soul Society. They don't have enough power, or something they don't have enough of, and they have to go back to wherever the fuck they came from. It wasn't Waco Mundo because they had to disappear after Waco Mundo. You see what like it's crazy. I thought Chad was dead, by the way. I'm not even gonna lie. I thought Chad was dead, and Chad fucking body was blown like halfway. I guess he was fixed. And anyway, fixed him. So yeah, that's where we're at with that one. I'm still trying to figure that part out. Like everybody was fixed up. Keyskate was fixed up. Like they are. That was cool. Okay, cool. But I think they brought back Grimjow. I don't know how they brought back Grimjow, but it was definitely Grimjow that walked through the door, and when he was talking all that shit. Now, my problem with watching the Japanese version is that I know all the voices of the American version. So when I hear the Japanese versions, I don't know their voices. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know who it might be. But the body type, the whole where his soul chain was taken away, it's in the belly button area. That is Grimjow. I don't think it's Ukiora. I really don't think it's Ukiora. And if it is, then they must be in desperate need of people, because these motherfuckers must be strong as shit. Well, they already strong as shit because they had like the highest squad come to at the end, of course, after everything was done. Squad 0 comes and they take Ichigo with them to heal him up and also try to fix his Bankai. By the way, I mean try to fix his Zanpakuto, because his Zanpakuto was broken while in Bankai. So since we're just finding this out, this is new information. Ichigo was going to go swing at the top leader of the Quincy's after he got folded, after he was already beat the fuck up, after trying to get out of the little jail, the jail that they practically put him in. After he broke through that jail, he's pretty much getting beat up by that, and then gets out pretty much tired, all the rest of that cool shit. And first thing we see him do is really fold the shit out of someone. And then I was like, once you hear that music go off, you know there's about to be some action. Okay, I know that was a pun. Now I will live with that. But to tell y'all the truth, the action throughout the past 2 episodes are very much like the most action-packed I think Bleach has ever been. And it's definitely the most violent. And I think it makes so much sense that this season, final season, or however they want to do this, I think this is the smart thing to do. It has to be the most violent, because how would you come back if they try to exterminate your peoples? I probably already said this before, but that's just where I'm at with this season. I'm happy that is this way because it makes sense. It's not just senseless violence. There's a reason why the Quincy's are coming down here and killing people left and right, and these people are getting unleashed. I have no problem with that part. Also, I have no problem with Ichigo getting folded by the leader of the Quincy's. His name is hard to say. Is it Watch? Watch? I don't know. Fuck, leader of the Quincy's. Till I figure out the fuck how to say his name. I probably should learn how to say names. As my journalistic integrity, to make sure to learn how to say names. But he's the leader of fucking Quincy's right now. That's the easiest way to say this shit. And no, but he gets folded. And then he tries to get one more swing in, and he gets his Bankai. He gets his sword broken, and his Bankai in Bankai state. And that breaks all spiritual pressure from the Bankai, from his Zanpakuto. So he can never fix the Zanpakuto. Apparently, that's what everybody in Soul Society says. But this is anime, so somehow, some way, this shit's gonna fucking get fixed. But we also find out important information, which makes sense. The leader of the Quincy's wants to take Ichigo. He doesn't want to kill him. He wants to take him. And I think we're gonna find out. I know that everybody's saying, "Oh no, what? That's not that. He's not. That's not his dad. Isn't his dad? That's his dad. The leader of the Quincy's is his dad." I don't think that's the case. I think his mom was a Quincy. I think their dad was a Soul Reaper. They came together because it would make only sense that he would become a Soul Reaper and also be have Quincy powers. Now, why have I not put these pieces together? Just haven't. But the Tessia Tensho, the Tessica Tensho is a Quincy fucking move. It looks like an arrow when he shoots it. Did anybody ever notice that? I never noticed that. So to know that his mom is possibly a Quincy, and that's probably his grandfather that he just tried to kill. He said son. I understand he said son. Everybody's like, whoa, he said son. Oh my gosh, this is that. No, I think that's his grandson. I think that, you know, I know everybody thinks it's crazy, but why would that be Ichigo's son? I mean, why would that be his father? It makes zero fucking sense. Well, it makes sense in a way, but I don't think two Quincy's can make a Soul Reaper. I don't think that happens. I really don't. I think he would have been a straight up Quincy if that's the case. Either that or his mom was a Soul Reaper. But I think his mom is a Quincy. I think his dad is a Soul Reaper, as we saw. And those two combined to have a child. When they fall in love with each other, they had a child that has apparently red hair. And he becomes a Soul Reaper. And now he's trying to kill his grandfather. That's what I think is that's what I think is happening. And also, grandfather wants to kidnap him. That's just where we're at. That's why I think is the big mystery right now. What did he mean about you don't know? You really don't know anything about yourself. That's all. That's we need this. We needed this, yo. That was a great plot. That was a great plot device to make people start thinking and start making them have that theory shit. And then you come up with another episode where now Squad Zero's here and he needs to go meet with the Soul King. So that's what I think we're getting. That's where I think we're heading to. That he might have to fight the Soul King, or the Soul King's going to give him some power or something. I don't know. But this is Bleach, man. Like I just talked, like I don't know how long about Bleach. These two episodes right here were probably the best episodes in Bleach history, and this is like the greatest show. To me, this is my favorite. But everybody knows this is my favorite anime of all time, and I think these past two episodes have definitely been some of the greatest action and the greatest episodes of Bleach, especially when Old Man Yama went off, and started fucking shit up. I definitely want a spinoff of the Gotai 13, the original 13 court guard squad. 13 court guard squads. I would the captains, all the captains. I want to see Ohana. I want to see Kenpachi Ohana. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we know Ohana as a fucking as a healer, but in the mangas, she's actually the first Kenpachi. So I'm kind of excited. I would love to see all that. Actually, all of them are practically Kenpachi. All of them are practically killers. You know what I'm saying? Like the ones that we see now are kind of like softer. They don't try to kill sometimes. But them right there, when they were going to kill, they went to exterminate. That's why all the Quincy's were killed. So yeah, man, I'm very excited for the rest of this, man. This definitely has been better than fucking advertised. Like I'm just putting it out. It's better than advertised. Seriously. And that's not just me being a Bleach fanboy and all that. This has definitely been some of the best action from Bleach ever. This has been the best action from Bleach ever, in my opinion. That's all I can really say. Also, all right, so we also got Chainsawman, aka hentai, soft hentai. I don't know. I don't know how to really explain this show. Um, so Denji jumped into a devil's practically body. So what's weird about this is that the devil that they were fighting inside of the hotel was practically the hotel. The body was like engulfing the hotel and becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And Denji really just like everybody was getting mind controlled to kill him. And like that's like this is clearly where we're heading towards, is that it's pretty much an Ichigo situation. Like this chainsaw devil that or whatever we call Denji, he's really a target, and because he's different. He's kind of different because the devil's inside of him. It's weird. He's a weird case, so they want to get rid of that weird case. And he saved everyone from the big ass devil by just jumping into whatever the fuck it is and started just cutting the shit out of it with every blade of chainsaw that he had. You know what I mean? The girl, so yeah, man, he saved them. The chick that was talking about, hey, you need to save me, I will make out with you. I was like, whoa, hold on, you're a little bit aggressive, which is fine. She was a little aggressive, but hey, um, so they go to a party after he saves everyone, and they're drinking and all the rest of this cool stuff. And she's like, we're gonna kiss, okay, kiss. And then she gets a little bit more and more drunk, and she passes out. He hasn't been drinking. He's a kid. He's like what, 15, 16, and she wakes back up and starts to kiss him out of nowhere. Now, here's when shit gets a little disgusting. This is a disclaimer for everyone. You might want to fast forward maybe 30 seconds if you are grossed out by weird shit. Yeah, you already know what's about to happen. She starts to kiss him, and he starts to explain like, this is a kiss. Okay, cool. This is, oh, wait, hold on. That's not tongue. What is this? Oh, it's, she vomits inside this motherfucker's mouth. And then they go back into like a back in the day thing where it's him and his dog, and he's like, eating out of a trash can, and he's watching rats eat shit. And he's like, look at those rats eating shit. And he's over here making out with the chick and practically had to swallow up vomit from making out with her. And then we cut to him throwing the fuck up. And then we cut to him practically getting let's just say he's about to get taken advantage of by Himino. It's trust me, is a girl, but I think it's Himino. If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. Once again, she had an eye patch. Okay, she had an eye patch. And they get back to her house. Apparently she's about ready to take advantage of the little guy. And we go to she asks him if he wants to do it, and that's the end of the episode. Then we cut back to the same, we get to like how she got him there, what happened leading up to her waking up and kissing him again. And she only had on panties and a tank top. And she's like, you want to do it? Blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, oh yeah, yeah. He's like, no, my first time will be with Makomo. With Makamo? Yeah, the lead chick with the red hair. That's what we're gonna do. I'm not good with names. Y'all know this. I'm sorry. I know you guys is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I feel like, hey, look, man, I'm just a journalist. But so she starts to try to have sex with him, and he was like, no, my first time was gonna be with her. And then next we cut to him being on the floor with a cover on, and she doesn't have a cover on. I'm just trying to figure out, like, that was just not gentlemanly of him whatsoever. And then she wakes him up, and he goes and they have some breakfast together, and they come up with a plan. Their plan is that she's going to try to hook him up with Makomo, and then he's going to try to hook her up with Aki. Aki is the one with the bun on his head, because she loves him. And so they strike up a deal. They become friends. That's cool. And then the gun devil apparently has taken control of regular people, and people are walking around and shooting the officers, or like the people that are fighting off the devil hunters. They're killing the devil hunters left and fucking right. The first one, which was a complete surprise, was Makomo inside of the train getting lit the fuck up by we don't know, by regular. It seems like regular people that got the minds taking control from this devil, the gun devil, clearly because they use guns. And so you start to see different devil hunters getting gunned down through that, and then we get to where they are. Everybody was out eating lunch one time. Everybody was out eating lunch. The dude, some random guy, was just talking shit to him, like, "Hey, tastes like bugs. I didn't know you like guys like the taste of bugs." He was like, "Man," he's like, "What the fuck? What's wrong with you, dude? Fuck you." And then all of a sudden, shit went down, and they break up. They pretty much blow up a whole entire fucking restaurant, and we see a katana devil. Now it's the same type of devil that Denji is, except he has three katanas coming out of his body. Now, and a little girl and a girl that's pretty much controlling shit, and she literally folds everybody. Okay, they fold everyone from the crew. Denji, Power, Hitmo, and Aki. They all get folded. Okay, Aki's little dog gets fucking killed or whatever the fuck happens to that spirit thing. Hitmo fucking saves Aki from getting killed from the katana devil. Pretty much, she saves him, and I guess she's dead now because she literally evaporated, and all you see is her eye patch and clothes on the ground. And Aki's over here like, oh man, now I need to cry. And she was like, no, I want you to cry when I die. She said, you're not dying before me. That's practically what she said. I'm going to save you just so you don't die before I do. That's literally what her saying was. You know what I'm saying? I want you crying over my fucking grave, not me crying. No, no, I want that emotion. So that's pretty much what happened in those two episodes of Chainsawman that you all missed. I gave you guys some of the cliff notes. Uh, hey, look, it's a great show though. To tell y'all the truth, like every other episode is leading to a bigger story. And I like that. Like every episode, like one would be, close to hentai or ecche, and then the next one is story driven. Is all right, so we're gonna go with the story now. Okay, guys, look, listen. We know we like to see, the titties and ass, but we're going to go forward with the story. All right, guys, you ready? All right, cool. So he's not going to kiss her, okay? He's not going to fuck her, but we're going to have another devil come out of nowhere and start trying to kill these motherfuckers. All right, cool. That's fine. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. All right, cool. That's all right, guys. And break. Cool. All right, no hentai today. No hentai this week, guys. All right, story. Next week, maybe. All right, might make sense, might not. But I thoroughly have enjoyed Chainsawman. Once again, another show that has been way better than advertised. Way better than advertised. They have done a fantastic job with it, and I can't be more happy for anime right now. Like anime is on like a fucking streak of straight greatness. So kudos to whoever the fuck is. I think Studio Mappa is doing that. So yeah, actually is Mappa doing fucking Bleach too? I think Mappa's doing Bleach also. Like the design, the character designs, all that. I don't know how they pulled this off, man. Like Bleach just looks different. It looks like a completely different show. Completely different. And I love it. I love it. I love the difference. And Chainsaw Man, it's a whole different type of show. And I think they are nailing it right now. I need to go back and start watching Spy Family again. I gotta rewatch that. I gotta also watch My Hero Academia. Don't worry, guys, there will be reviews of that because we have 26 days straight, and I have to find content to fill for 26 fucking days. So, also next, do I do the Wednesday review? No, fucking, we are gonna do the Wednesday review. I don't give a shit. So Jenna Ortega and Tim Burton directed these episodes for Wednesday. Just in case everybody doesn't know who Wednesday is Wednesday Addams from the Addams family. The eldest, if I remember, the eldest child of Morticia and Gomez Addams. I would just like to say one thing only. She was born to play that fucking role. Just like Christina Ricci, they were born to play this role, especially modern day. Holy mother goose, this show was good. I like the turn that they went because really, the original Addams family, it wasn't a supernatural type deal. Everybody had powers or something like that. It was just they were a weird fucking family. They were a morbid family. That's really what the Addams family was, is that there was no superpowers. Nobody had, didn't have telepathy, or we didn't have werewolves and vampires and shit like that. I mean, maybe they did. That was the monsters, pretty much. That was pretty much the monsters. But when we watched the Addams family, there wasn't they added that, and it felt like it made sense with the Adams family to do that, not just be a weird family. Now we have all right. So people have powers. So Wednesday has the power to see, visions and things like that. And Gomez, like what I mean, like the school that she's going to, Nevermore Academy. Everybody has some type of power. Somebody, you got werewolves, you got sirens, you got I don't remember seeing a vampire, but you have different types of fucking monsters. I think was a great murder mystery type show. It really had two. It had a story A and a story B, which they did a great job of like really combining. I think they also did a very good job of ending story B at the appropriate time. I'm sorry, hold on. They ended story B, in my opinion, at the appropriate time, and they allowed the story A to finish off the show, which was a great decision by whoever, by probably Tim Burton and executive producers and everything like that. The only thing I really had a problem with this show was I needed more Uncle Fester. You know what I'm saying? Malignos played the shit out of Uncle Fester. And just in case everybody doesn't know Malignos is, if you haven't watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, uh, yeah, is it Frank Willard? I don't think it's something Willard, right? It's now it's gonna bother me. Hold on, let me yeah, but I wish he didn't just have, and this is gonna be a spoiler. All right, just letting everybody know in 3, 2, and 1. He was only on screen for me. If I remember correctly, he was only really on screen for maybe 10 minutes, maybe even 15. It maybe 15. He literally only had a small piece of an episode, and he was awesome throughout the whole time. And I think that we needed more of him. And I know. It's supposed to be about Wednesday. It's supposed to be on Wednesday Adams. There is like, but when you grew up watching the Adams Family, and I love those. Once again, I love the cartoon. I love the show. And I love the movies. There was a show, and I don't know when. I want to say the 50s or 60s. I might be wrong. All right, I'm not trying to. There was a show that used to come on Nick at Night. Um, and then it used to be like a monster hour. It was that and the monsters used to come on right back to back from each other. And then you have I remember the cartoon on Cartoon Network. They used to come on Cartoon Network all the time. And that was my show right there. I love the Adams Family. And then when first Adams Family came out, and then Family Values, like these I grew up on Adams Family. I know everybody's like, "Hey, what haven't you grown up on?" Now I grew up on TV. So this is one of those shows that was very prominent in my life. You know what I'm saying? I used to watch shit out that show. And then also I had a crush. I love me some Christina Ricci. I still do love me some Christina Ricci. Even like now, right now, Christina Ricci. Oh my gosh, yo. She was in Yellow Jackets. Oh my god. Dog. Okay. Let's okay. I remember when she did Prozac Nation. That was a great time. All right, continue on, Ed. We're continuing on. But yeah, like so Wednesday to me was a great mix of supernatural and really just a crime drama. And her being a detective and everything like that is 8 episodes of straight greatness. I watched this all in one fucking day. Okay, it's easy to watch it in one day, all right? Because this is fucking good. Because you want to know what's going to happen next, and you'll be surprised about who's the one killing everyone. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part. You're surprised, like you'd be surprised about really story B, too. So I definitely advise people to go to Netflix, watch this show. There's a reason why it's the most watched Netflix show, or almost all time. Like I think English speaking or something like that. This is the most one, and it deserves it. It's a fucking amazing show. I definitely strongly advise everybody watch it. I think the family wasn't really. I think also the family wasn't prominently like displayed either. Like Wednesday, okay, so if we all have a favorite family member, let's all be real, it's Thing, right? We all know Thing is our favorite, the hand, and we all know Thing is our favorite. But Wednesday was definitely a strong number two, mixed with Cousin It, in my opinion. I like Cousin It. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna spoil too much, but I love me some Cousin It. Pugsley was definitely last. Let's be real, Pugsley was the worst. Um, but and Uncle Fester, I'm sorry, Uncle Fester was number like if there's a 2A and 2B, it's Wednesday and Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester was amazing. I like that they went with the bank robber angle and that he was, he's been in and out of psych wards. We all know it's hard to replicate what Christopher Lloyd did. It's very difficult to do so, but he pulled it off. Frank Willard, I think it's Willard, pulled it off. You know who else pulled it off? Gomez and Morticia was actually very much well done. It's hard to. I don't know who played Morticia this time. I'm sorry, I don't know her name, but she played a very good Morticia. Angelique Houston played the original on the movies, and that's who I see. That's who I can compare these two. And hey, look, they both did a fantastic job. I think it's hard to step in the shoes of Gomez Adams when it was Raul Julia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this was one of his final movies. Because he did Family Values too. These were like his final movies before he passed away, unfortunately. Who was amazing actor. Like Raul Julia is an amazing actor. Okay. And as Gomez Adams, he embodied that role and made it his own and did an amazing job with it. And then we're here with Luis Gomez, who really took that character of the very loving and turned it on his head. And it seemed like it made sense for him to be infatuated like that with Morticia. So to me it was great. I really enjoyed every character was perfectly put together for their roles. In my opinion, the girl that plays Enid, fantastic. There's always going to be the light and dark with Adam's family. We always know this. There's always going to be some light. So the light characters kind of piss off Wednesday and all the rest of that. Like it's just supposed to contrast. And I think they did an amazing job with it. And I completely forgot what I was about. And oh yeah. I like the cultural angle too. You know, they made them Hispanic. It makes sense because you have Jenna Ortega, who is Hispanic. Clearly, the last name is Ortega. I will hope. Then you have Luis Gomez, who always plays the Puerto Rican guy. You know what I'm saying? And I like that they went with the roots of we're gonna go with a Hispanic roots. You know what I'm saying? And as you know, Dia de Muertos, that's a big Spanish holiday. And they talk about it in the show. They say we have that 365. It's supposed to be the Day of the Dead, and they have it 365 days a year. That's that's what they do. It makes sense. That now it makes sense. And I completely enjoyed every second of this show. I really did. There was no lulls in it. They kept us on our toes the whole entire time of who the killer is, who might be the killer, who was this killer. I really think they did an amazing job with this show, and I hope they have a season two. I really do. Once again, it's on Netflix. Sorry. Okay. Once again, it's on Netflix, man. If you guys get a chance, definitely go check it out. All right. So with that is the podcast for today. Where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, anywhere else you can find your podcast needs. Also YouTube or anywhere else you can find your podcast needs, or you can find the Cruising Podcast. All right, but I need you to do one thing for me. All right. If you are listening to this on Apple, please rate and review the show. If you're listening to this on Spotify or anything else, but also rate and review on everything else that you see. Also subscribe to the YouTube, Cruising Podcast. But if you are listening to this on Spotify now puts a question out like, what do you think of this episode? And hopefully, you guys, if you do have a chance, if you find it in your heart, please leave a 5. I'm not even gonna say 5. I'm sorry. leave a review. I don't give a fuck if it's 5 star, 1 star, whatever you need to do, whatever way you feel about the episode. Leave a review. Please also explain to me what could be done better, or what did you like about the episode? What didn't you like about the episode? You know what I'm saying? Constructive criticism. Don't be a dick. Or, actually be whatever the fuck you want to be. That's cool. But just definitely check that out for me, please. If you do have a time of your day to do so, that would be great. Also, where you can find latest updates of the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. So with that, I want to say I love everyone. Happy first day of Crewsmas. Tomorrow is day 2. I don't know what I'm going to be talking about tomorrow. Actually, yes, I do. I do have a kind of an idea. So with that, I would like to say I love you guys. I would like to tell everybody to stay safe out there. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll catch you guys later. Deuces.